Hey, welcome to Culinary Undertaking. Today, I'm going to show you how to make chicken wings. So there's certain things everybody should know how to make. Everybody should know how to make a grilled cheese. Everybody should know how to make pancakes. And everybody should know how to make a chicken wing. They're simple, there's not many ingredients. Now the way I'm going to show you today, the recipe I'm going to use for the sauce, is just a general overall wing sauce. Everybody seems to like it, so if you're making wings for people and you don't know exactly what their tastes are, this is a pretty safe way to go. And then once you know this recipe, then you can always tweak it. You know, you can make it more Asian, you could make it less hot, you can make it more hot, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. But this at least gives you a nice basic chicken wing recipe to know how to make. So let me show you how I cut them, and then I'll show you how to make the sauce, and we'll make some wings. Okay, now there's a couple ways you can get your wings. You can buy them frozen, and they'll already come with the flats and the drumettes already separated and ready to go. I buy my wings whole like this. So what we need to do is we need to remove this tip because there's no meat, there's nothing on there. That part's gross, no one needs that. And to do it, I'm going to use a cleaver. Any sharp knife will work. And basically you just want to come down here and you can feel this little, right in there, you see there's a little joint in there. Just go right between it with the knife and it comes right off. The same thing when you're separating the drumette from the flat. Just come straight down in between them. There you can see the joint again, go right between it, right down, and that's it. And then I'd go ahead and I just line them up on my baking tray like that. And I'll show you another one. And also check, you can see this one on the tip, it's got like some feathers that got left on there. If you see any on the part that you're gonna actually eat, go ahead and pull those out because those are nasty, no one wants to eat those. So again, right down to the joint. And that's a good way, or a good reason to use a cleaver, because if you get lazy, you can just chop them. So sometimes I'll lay mine out like that. I can see the joints right there. I just chop it off. And then right back down there, right in between the joint, and there's your two parts. So as long as you have a sharp knife, whether it's a cleaver or a regular knife, it doesn't matter. Or if you want to, I've seen some people, they just leave the wing whole like that and they do the whole thing. I don't care for that. When I want to eat wings, I don't want to sit and mess with trying to get up. I want to pick up the wing and I want to eat it. I don't want to mess around trying to figure out how I'm going to eat it and then I end up with a bunch of leftover parts like this part on my plate. I don't want that. So, and it doesn't take long. It takes, you know, once you get into the rhythm of that and you start cutting them, it'll only take you just a couple of minutes to cut all these wings and get them all prepped. So let me finish up these wings. I'm going to cut the rest of these. I'll get them on a tray. And then when we come back, I'll show you how we're going to spice them. We'll get them on the smoker and I'll show you how to make the sauce. Okay, so here the wings are all trimmed and cut and laid out on sheets. Now I'm going to cook these in the smoker. You can cook them in the oven. Either way works. I've got the smoker preheat to 350. Now the last thing before they go on is I've got some chicken rub here. You can use whatever you want. If you want to put some chili powder or whatever kind of rub you like. And it just takes a little sprinkle on there. Now we want to hit both sides, but I'm going to hit this side now. And then partway through the cook we're going to rotate them. And when we do, I'll hit the other side while they're on the smoker. And that's all it takes. So I will see you out on the smoker and we'll get these started. Alright, so here we are at the smoker. Go. Now these have to be on here for 45 to 50 minutes. So in about 25 minutes we'll come out, rotate them, we'll season the other side, and then after that then we'll sauce them. So in the meantime, while these are cooking, let's go back in and I'll show you how to make the sauce. Okay, so while the wings are cooking, we're going to get the sauce started. And right now in the pan, I've just got 1 stick of butter, and it's just melting in there. To that, I'm going to add, I've got a couple tablespoons of some chopped garlic right there. And you can either chop it yourself, or if you got a jar of the pre-diced stuff, you can use that. Normally I don't like that stuff, but for these wings, there's gonna be so many other ingredients that it won't matter. So use what you've got. And then to that, so that's two, we've got buttered garlic. And then in here, I've got a 1/4 cup of honey, and I've got a 1/2 cup of Frank's Red Hot sauce. And I'm using the hot buffalo kind. So if you don't want it that hot, you can use the regular, or if you want to put a barbecue sauce in there instead, if you don't want it hot at all, this is the part where you can mix it up and kind of do whatever you want. You want to put some barbecue sauce, or exchange that for like some soy sauce and make them a little bit Asian-y. Maybe put some ginger in here instead of the garlic, or ginger and garlic. But you can mess around with it, make whatever you like. And then basically we're just gonna stand here, and I have this on like a low medium heat. And you just want to stand here and just kind of mix it together, let that butter melt, let the honey disappear in here, and just work it all together until basically you'll have kind of an orange looking sauce that's in here. And then just keep it on low, make sure it doesn't set up on you, and just keep an eye on it, and keep it mixed up together until the wings are ready for it. Alright, so after just a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, the butter's all melted, everything's incorporated, the honey's all melted in there nice. So now we just got a nice orange sauce with some chunks of garlic in it. And you just want to keep this just barely warm until the wings are done. And that's it. So now we just wait until it's time to flip them. Alright, so our wings are ready. It's been 25 minutes. And we're flipping them. This is my last couple. Alright. So now that those are flipped, we're going to give this other side a little bit of loving. And in case you're wondering, yes, it's hot in there, so watch it. This rib smells really good. It's got a lemony scent to it. Alright, now they don't have to be like coated, like battered in it, but just a nice little dusting like that. We'll leave them on for another 25 minutes, and then we'll come back and sauce them. Alright, it's been another 25 minutes. So I've got my handy dandy ladle and our handy dandy sauce. And basically you just want to come in and hit every wing with some without burning yourself. Now, because this sauce has honey in it, any of the sauce that drips off the wings is going to most likely end up burning onto your pan. So if you don't have a silicone mat, make sure you put down some parchment paper or some foil. Put something down to protect your pan. That way you're not spending the next 3 days trying to scrub it off. Basically, like I say, just make sure everyone's got some sauce on it. And I'm sure when we get done, we'll have a little bit left. But just keep going back and saucing them until you don't have any sauce left. And then we'll give these 5 or 10 minutes. I'll keep an eye on them, and you'll know when they're done, when the glaze is set on there, when the sauce is not runny on there anymore, and hopefully before it burns. Alright, I didn't need hair on that hand anyway. Alright, it's been about 6.5 minutes or so, and you can tell they're done. And like I say, a lot of the barbecue sauce, or the sauce that came off, is going to burn, so that's normal. So we want to get them off before it starts burning the wings. So we're going to pull these guys off. Carefully. Alright. Alright, let's get these in the house cooling down, and let's get to eating. Alright, so there we go. There's our wings. They're sticky from the honey, they're hot from the sauce, they're garlicky from the garlic. But this is a great basic chicken wing recipe that you can adapt and, Be creative, make it whatever you want, you know, whatever your favorite thing is, but this is a good way to get started. And let's just see how they came out. They're sticky, but the chicken is perfectly cooked. The skin is not fatty and gross, it's crispy. With a piece of bone. But there you go. So I hope you make these. They're really good. Let me know if you make them and let me know what you think. We'll see you on the next one.